Should doctors write a medical blog article for their website in 2020? In this video, we're going to answer that question. And spoiler alert, the answer is yes. We're going to go over 5 reasons why in 2020 doctors should be writing, or at least have somebody writing, blog articles for their medical website. My name's Meredith, and this is the Meredith Callagher Show, where we talk about marketing strategies for busy doctors. We believe that hope is not a strategy. Everybody has to put a plan in place for success. This video came up because many of the clients that my partner Boo and I work with also pay someone to create and then keep the maintenance on their website, right? They pay them a monthly fee often. There's many companies that do that. We've seen Patient Gain that we like. We like Patient Pop. One of my clients doesn't use a medical company, and I think she probably should. Boo and I could maintain your website for you. And if you do that, we're all going to tell you, all of us that maintain websites, that you should be blogging once a month, at least. Actually, blogging consistently. Once a week would be awesome, but once a month, that will work too. All right, so I've got 5 reasons that you should blog consistently. And the first 3 all have to do with SEO. The first reason that a doctor should write a medical blog consistently is because it will add more pages to your website. There are many factors that go into who lands on the top of the search engine result page, which is when you have a website and you hope that people that are searching for your services will find you. The goal is to land at the very top, right? Now, there are many factors that play into who lands at the top, but one of them is how many, literally the number of index pages that a website has. So if you are blogging, each blog that you write is considered a different page on your website. And the term that Google uses is indexed. They index each page of your website. So when you blog and you create more index pages for your website, you have a better chance of ranking higher on the SERP, which is the search engine result page. And that's good, right? Because you want to show up before your competitors. The second reason that you should be blogging is because on this blog page, you will be able to add a keyword. Great blog article of, say, 2,200 words. You'd like to strategically add keywords where they make sense. I really want you to write the blog article on an educational topic and write it like you think the user wants to read it. But when you're finished, whatever the topic was, that will be the keyword you're optimizing for. You want to go back through and see that you put that keyword in the title for sure, and at least maybe, let's say 5 times throughout the article, which is actually a very good amount of times. So the second reason that you want to write medical blog articles for your website is so that you can add more keywords to your website. Because here's the deal. Google is so smart, and they frown on keyword stuffing. So you can't just make a website like, say, the 4 pages of the front website that you're used to seeing and stuff a bunch of words in there that you hope people will find you for when they search, right? So say that you're a dentist. You can't just put on those first 4 pages, whitening, tooth extraction, crown, root canal, special toothpaste you use, your name, all of those words. You can't cram. And actually, you can do it. I've seen it recently. People keyword stuffing. But guess what? It doesn't work. Google's smarter than that. So if you are blogging, writing articles each week would be awesome, or each month, but consistently, then that allows you more places to put the keywords which you want to optimize. Make sense? All right, awesome. The third reason that you should be writing medical blog articles for your website is actually also for SEO, but it makes good common sense too. It's called for backlinks. Wait, I know it's a fancy term. Backlink is one of those words that marketers throw around, but all it means is when you have a blog article on your website, then other authoritative medical journals, maybe even some of your peers, maybe some universities can link or backlink back to your article. That would be awesome, right? For business, if these great journals or universities were linking back to you. And it is great for business, but also it's great for your rankings. Backlinks are super important to your placement on the search engine result page. And it's kind of the stinkiest part, in my opinion, of SEO because it requires work. You really need to write great blog articles, and then reach out to people and have them link back to you. But if it's a good article and you're consistently writing them, sometimes it happens naturally because, the university that you graduated from or a journal that you were a part of, they will link back to you. Those link backs will help you land higher on the SERP, the search engine result page, which is what we all want. So blogging is really great, you guys. And the fourth reason is not necessarily about SEO. To consistently blog, whether it's once a month or once a week, is great for a content marketing approach. And what I mean by that is what some of you or a lot of you are watching this video because I emailed it to you, right? And so if you could email your list of current patients, of course, if they gave you permission, if you start emailing them a blog article consistently about an educational topic or a really cool protocol that you're offering, that builds know, like, and trust with your current patients. It helps them keep appointments. They start seeing you in your inbox once a week. And really, you could email them all kinds of things. You could email them if you're in Miami, like I am. You could email them, a calendar of events in Miami. You really could. That is a way you could connect with them. But if you're writing an educational medical blog each week or month and you're emailing it to them, that gives you clout, like Boo likes to say. But more than that, it also shows what you have to offer to your patients, and it teaches them something which often they want to learn. So blogging once a week is a great way to have an easy reason to email your current patients once a week or once a month or however often you're blogging. It's really easier to write about an educational topic that than to gather a bunch of newsletter information that's really not at your fingertips, right? So if you are consistently blogging, that will make emailing your patients much easier, which is great for marketing. Okay, the fifth reason that I think blogging would be great for your practice, writing a medical blog consistently, is for social media, especially if you are delegating the day-to-day work, which Boo and I, my partner, think is a great idea. So picture this. You write a 2,200 word or more educational, badass blog article every month, right? And then that will give your integrator or whoever you're delegating your social media task to so much content, because we only need about 15 words sometimes on Instagram or Twitter, or maybe even 100. They can pull out an article that you've already approved that gives them content on Instagram for the month. And they can then also use the snippets that they pull out, to drive traffic back to your website. They can share just a little bit of the article on Facebook or Instagram and then say, hey, go read the rest since it's so interesting and exciting on our website. And we're circling back to SEO. That will be great for SEO. But it just also gives you easy breezy content for social media. And as those of you know that are running a social media campaign, it's all about getting content, right? I mean, you've got to engage to make your Instagram or any social media effort super successful. But the hard part is the content. So I would suggest, for all of these reasons, sitting down at least once a month and writing an amazing medical article. And you want to do it so you hit all these points with keywords with which you would like to optimize. Now, most of the people that ask me this question, should I blog or not, are working with website creators, someone that's working on your SEO. So you just ask them, hey, which words should I optimize for on the blog this week? And you'll talk about it. They should give you about 10, and you can pick one that you would like to expand on, and you write your article about that. Now, if you're not working with a website company, then always shoot me a message. Boo and I would love to work with you. But if you're doing this yourself, that's awesome. Google is a great place to go find hot topic words that you'd like to optimize for on your website. Google Keywords is really great for this, as well as Google Trends. So you guys, get to blogging, get to writing those blog articles, because when it comes to SEO and really social media too, content is king. It was so great to be with y'all today. I would love for you to hit subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any episodes of my Tuesday videos when I share marketing tips for busy doctors. Have a great day. Bye.